Today's investigation focuses on a British company with Russian roots that has, over a relatively short period, deceived many participants in the large aviation markets of Europe, Britain and the Middle East. We will explore who is behind this, what evidence our investigators have found, and why BlackList Aero can be considered a threat to aviation market participants. BlackList Aero was registered on September 1st, 2021 in London under the legal name Air Justice Ltd. The company's main activities, as indicated in the register, are other software publishing and data processing, hosting and related activities. The founder of the company is Artem Degtiarov, a native of Ukraine. A detailed examination of the biography of the company's CEO reveals some intriguing aspects. But first things first. BlackList Aero, according to its official website, created a registry of defaulting companies in the aviation sector to exert effective control over unscrupulous companies that refuse to pay debts. A logical question arises. How do they manage to do this, considering debt collection must occur legally, involving appropriate legal procedures, which the company, judging by its registered activities, does not engage in? The answer lies in the murky past of BlackList Aero CEO Artem Degtiarov, who has left a dark criminal trail during his career. Artem Degtiarov is a former Russian journalist who, in the late 2000s, was closely associated with the Russian Federation, heading the RIA News publications in Ukraine. The most high-profile case involving him that we found online was a political scandal in 2009 involving alleged pedophiles in a children's camp in Ukraine, implicating members of several political parties. Although no convictions were made due to a lack of evidence, Artem Degtiarov was frequently mentioned in the media as a perpetrator and active participant in this political case. According to participants in the process, Degtiarov not only pressured the investigation and the accused, but also made threats, allegedly supported by powerful patrons at the time, associating himself with Boris Berezovsky, a well-known Russian oligarch. After this scandal, it is likely that Artem Degtiarov acquired a large fortune in foreign real estate using funds received from certain Ukrainian politicians and businessmen as payment. Years later, he started a business in London, registering Air Justice Ltd, also known as BlackList Aero. According to available information, this company is merely a front for ordinary collection activities involving extortion, along with other fraudulent and illegal schemes, from simple threats to targeted information attacks, blackmail, and physical intimidation of debtors, owners, or top managers of other companies. This can be inferred from the company's website, where they talk about effective working methods. According to information from participants in the aviation market, the effective methods used by BlackList Aero include a range of illegal techniques aimed at applying moral and psychological pressure on competing companies. This starts with information pressure and threats of reputational damage, including posting false and misleading information online or on social media, which is legally referred to as blackmail. Following this, there are demands for money and the use of criminal methods for debt collection, including threats, constant phone calls and emails, psychological pressure, and false representations as lawyers or high-ranking officials. Artem Degtiarov received significant help in this endeavor from his colleague Alex Melnichenko, who hails from Kiev and graduated from the Aviation University in the Ukrainian capital. Melnichenko quickly transitioned to more lucrative criminal activities. Currently, Alex is under investigation by law enforcement agencies in Ukraine and other countries. His involvement in executing criminal orders, participating in fraudulent transactions, and working illegally with numerous Russian companies on the European Union and US sanctions lists has not escaped the authorities' attention. Recently, another public scandal involving Degtiarov emerged. This time, BlackList Aero attempted to blackmail a local congressman, Dan Fernandez, in the Philippines, alleging he owed a large sum of money for services to other companies in the market. It is worth noting that no other organization has made similar accusations against Fernandez publicly. The Philippine congressman himself categorically denied the allegations, openly calling Artem Degtiarov a fraudster and labeling BlackList Aero as ordinary extortionists. This and many other similar situations clearly demonstrate the methods and style of work employed by this company. Their goal seems to be to cause maximum damage to the reputations of their competitors through slander and deception, using this to demand payment and cease their provocative information campaigns. BlackList Aero's audacity is apparent as they directly communicate to their victims on their website. If you don't pay, your reputation is over. Fraudsters use various methods to find new potential victims. One press report detailed how scammers from BlackList Aero enlisted the support of several controversial politicians from Ukraine and Russia, including Ilya Kiva, a former member of the Ukrainian parliament. Kiva, who has multiple convictions for bribery, became an excellent partner for BlackList Aero, assisting in identifying potential victims. During this time, the scammers managed to defraud large sums of money, possibly amounting to millions of dollars, from various businessmen and politicians. Kiva was soon killed by unknown assailants, but Degtiarov and Melnichenko remained unharmed, settling in Britain and continuing their activities under the guise of providing information services. They have now turned their attention to the markets of Asia and the Middle East, where they continue to find new clients to deceive and extort. Artem Degtiarov is currently hiding in London, and Alex Melnichenko is somewhere in Montenegro as they face multiple criminal charges in their native Ukraine, including charges of maintaining close ties to Russia and assisting its agents. Considering that Artem Degtiarov and Alex Melnichenko have so far managed to avoid scrutiny from law enforcement agencies, the story of BlackList Aero may yet have more chapters to unfold.